Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Tabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a very, very fun show planned for you guys that I'm definitely going to enjoy. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're not following me on Instagram, my name is Charles Tabansi. That's CTABANZ. That's my handle. Make sure you follow Dreamerspro. It's called Dreamerspro. And also make sure you check out the Dreamerspro podcast that we have pinned in the comment section below. Anyway, let me get into this topic here. Oh boy, I'm going to enjoy this topic so much because this is a topic that usually triggers a lot of people. Now, as you guys know, we currently find ourselves in the midst of the AAU era, where this current NBA is all about buddy, give me a hug, I'm gonna hug you, we're gonna go play over there, we're gonna go play over there, we're gonna take a selfie, and we're gonna have a good old time. That's what the NBA has turned into. And a lot of people, especially people from previous generations, have been questioning some of the competitive fervor that exists within the NBA. Some people, like I just recently heard something via Too Raw for Sports. He brought it up. I didn't hear the clip, but he was discussing it, where he said he was responding to some comments that Dirk Nowitzki made, where Dirk said now players today play for money. They don't play for the love of the game. They're just playing for money, right? And the NBA has turned into, to some extent, one big pageant where guys are peacocking and showing off. It's more about the brand, more about the flash, less about the substance, right? Not really about winning, not really about team-oriented things. And there's some people that are buying into it. Now, what do we mean by the AAU fication of the NBA? Well, over the last 15 years or so, you've noticed a lot of stars kind of buddying up, joining each other's teams, hanging out in the off season, becoming friends, and all of those different things. And in the past, it just wasn't something that players in the past used to do, right? It was frowned upon because players in the past were more transfixed on beating one another than really becoming friends with one another. And if you're trying to beat someone, I don't see how spending time around them, befriending them, is going to help you do that, unless you're like more like a snake. You're around them to kind of study their weaknesses and things like this, to take advantage of them when the moment arises. So why am I bringing this up? Well, as you guys know, Media Day kicked off yesterday. And a bunch of players were saying a bunch of things. LeBron said his thing. AD said his thing. Who else was talking? Damian Lillard was talking yesterday. But one of the players that seems to get under the skin of some of the cupcake era guys is Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? Giannis Antetokounmpo seems to be the odd man out. What do I mean by this? Because Giannis has a totally different background from the prototypical NBA player. As you guys know, Giannis wasn't born in the States. He has a very unique background. He's Nigerian via the way of Greece. So he has a different kind of flavor to him. He's not the only one. Nikola Jokic has his own flavor. Luka Doncic has his own flavor. Joel Embiid has his own flavor. And as you guys know, the NBA is becoming more of a global game, right? So there's the NBA is a part of culture in the United States. Basketball is a part of culture. But when you now have other cultures coming into this culture, it makes the pot more diverse. Some people love it. Some people hate it, right? One of the reasons why you've seen a lot of people, players past and present, take shots at guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo. They can't do it Nikola Jokic, although they tried to disrespect him. They couldn't pull it off. They tried to disrespect him at the All-Star game when he was one of the last selections to make it into the game. Meanwhile, he was arguably better than everybody else on that stage, but I digress. So anyway, what happened? It was Media Day, and they were discussing a bunch of things, and then I think it was Chris Haynes was talking to Giannis Antetokounmpo. And as he was talking to him yesterday, he asked Giannis to kind of elaborate on his feelings about, buddying up with guys, playing with guys, training with guys. And when it came time for Giannis to talk, he absolutely did not hold back, and he roasted the cupcake era cats all the way to the end of the audio. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what Giannis had to say here. And then we're going to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to what Giannis had to say there.
Giannis, you had a golden quote that's making the rounds already that you said at the press conference. You said, I'm paraphrasing, but you said, money. How'd you say it? It's good to make some money.
No,
go ahead.
I don't even know why I said that. I really don't know. Because you guys got me too early. I just worked out.
Okay. You knew what was coming, y'all. You knew the question was coming.
No,
you did, huh?
No, it's not that I knew the question was coming. First of all,
We talking about his potential extension, by the way. But go ahead.
I said it. I said money is not important.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of money.
I want to ask you before you get out here, y'all. I want to ask you, how come you don't work out with other guys? You see other players working out with other guys. They're clicking up to, it's just always like a big buddy thing. You've strayed away from that. It's kind of the old school mentality. Why have you taken on your career like that?
I think it's a very long answer. One,
go ahead. We got time, y'all.
I cannot fake it. I cannot fake it. And how can we work out together? When we are in the same league and we going against one another. I'm trying to create something for my family. Yeah. You try to create something for your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to. The reason I'm not winning the championship, it's you.
Yeah.
The reason I'm working out every single day to win the championship, and you get on the in my path, in my way. How the hell will I work out with you? But at the end of the day, as I said, like I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I don't know how to be fake. I cannot do this. And I feel like the moment I work out with players, then you have to, kind of maybe hang out with them later. Then when you play them, you have to talk before the game with them. And then after the game, you have to sit down and have another conversation with them. And then when you go to the family room, you see them again, you got to talk to them. And then when you see them in the post, you want to put your shoulder into their chest. You cannot do it because they might text after the game, come on, Giannis, what you doing? I'm like, I can't play the game like that. I do not work out with people that play in the NBA right now. That's what so that is the two different things. If you're not in the NBA, I have no problem working out with you. If you're in the NBA and I'm gonna see you in the season, and as I said, when I get to the city, I have to text you to hang out, to come to dinner. And after dinner, I don't know what it might be. And then the next day, I have to see you before the pregame, and then I have to see you after the game, and then we have to. Oh, I'm not.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Man, I'm not. I don't even do that with my wife, man. I don't even take my wife to dates. I'm not gonna take you on a date. What? No.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, especially if you're doing that every other night.
Yeah,
that's
no.
A lot. Hey, you got me motivated and pumped up to kill this season in my profession right there. So thank you for that little pep talk right there.
Thank you.
Hey, that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, Milwaukee Bucks, two-time MVP. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
So you heard what Giannis Antetokounmpo had to say. Before I even get into my thoughts, after I saw that video, I actually posted it on the community section about 12 hours ago. And the post read, "The cupcake era people won't like this." And there's a picture of Giannis. Now, some people responded to it, right? Some of our viewers responded to it. One person said, working out, I'm not going to read this entire thing. Working out together didn't stop LeBron from winning rings. And guess what? When he was working out, and I guess also scouting Kawhi, it didn't stop him from winning rings as well. I don't know how Kawhi got in this. Didn't stop MJ when he lined up all those Space Jam casts to play a pickup. Never stopped Magic or any of the greats simply playing pickup. Giannis is an American, so he sees it differently, but it doesn't stop other Americans from winning MVPs, titles, and chips. One person said that. Another person said, I understand what he is saying. Jordan didn't work out with his opponents. He used strategy to see how hard they work to get him to go at him after he softened their behinds up. Kobe was literally the only one that got anything from Jordan. Jordan didn't work out with players. He balled in the offseason with some, but we all do that. Giannis mentally is, I don't want to let up on anybody. Usually that's what happens when you ball. You tend to take it easy because you created a bond with people. So various people said different things, and I appreciate their thoughts because, it keeps the engagement going on the channel and makes it a vibrant place to discuss sports. Here are my thoughts on this. The first person kind of alluded to it, right? About Giannis not being American. Listen, here's what it comes down to. As somebody that was born and raised in the States, and funny enough, we've had some viewers funny. So we've had some viewers on this channel that don't know me from nowhere, from a hole in the wall. All right, don't know me from nowhere. If I didn't tell them my name, they wouldn't know me. They don't know nothing about me. Anything they know about me is stuff that I've told them. And people will tell me, well, because of your background and you're not American and all. I'm like, bro, last time I checked, were you an immigration officer? How do you know all of this? Are you the FBI? Are you working with Vlad? How do you know all of these things about me? People make various assumptions to kind of couch their real feelings, right? They want to make it, well, he's not this, he's not that. It's a bunch of nonsense. The fact of the matter is this. Growing up in high school, we all know this. We know we got the cool kids, right? Girls and boys, and they got these little cliques. It happens all over the world. It's not an American thing. Cliques are not an American thing. It's a thing that people do, right? And then you had some people that were like, yeah, I got my little crew over here, but I'm good on my I'm good on my own too. I don't need to feel like I'm live by being around these dudes to feel the way I am. Some dudes are just who they are dolo. By themselves. They don't need 20 cats around them to feel like they somebody. There's some people like, yo, if I'm with these dudes right now, these are my people, but I'm still me, with or without them. I don't need them to feel like, oh, I'm somebody. There are people like that. And there's some people that always got to be in a group. Now, here's why I'm gonna flame you dudes and show you that these dudes is a bunch of suckers. They try to use the example of Giannis is not an American, but I've heard Kobe Bryant, who is American, say that he didn't understand why the hell you would be training with somebody in the off. This is what Kobe said. He said, why the hell would I be training with you in the off season? Why would I work out with you? Why would I waste time around you when I can do things on my own and focus on myself? So help me understand if it's because Giannis is not an American and Kobe Bryant is, what's your point now? These dudes are just saying anything because when Giannis said that, it hurt their soul. It hurt their soul. Giannis is a throwback. Giannis is a throwback. He's not one of these new cats up here twerking it up, dancing all over the stage, shaking it up for you guys. Giannis is like, yo, you know what? I'm a barbarian. I'm going to be in Milwaukee. You dudes can be chasing the beach. You dudes can be chasing the cameras. You dudes can be chasing the IG models. I'm going to get it out the mud in Milwaukee where I'm at. Y'all talking about big markets. Y'all talking about this. Y'all talking about that. I'm talking about getting it in the mud right where I am. And whoever's here with me, we're going to do it together. Whatever fan base we got, whatever fan base we're cultivating here, those are my people. I don't need to feel like I'm live to go to LA or go to New York or go to Miami. I don't need to feel that. That bothers some of these cats because a lot of these cats are also playing for the location. They're also playing for the market. Giannis is like, I'm already getting my bread anyway. And the real no, if you really about your business, it doesn't matter where you are. LeBron James was making his money while he was living in Cleveland. Cut it out. Stop with the nonsense of, oh, he needs to be in a big market. What exactly is happening that he needs to physically be there that he cannot do in Milwaukee or that you couldn't do in Seattle? Have you ever heard of Zoom? Have you ever heard of FaceTime? How long does it take to conduct the meeting? You can go over there, have your meeting, and go back to where you are. So most of these people are just making up excuses. The fact of the matter is, Giannis is a throwback. The fact of the matter is, a lot of people love that about him. That he's not about the glitz, he's not about the glam and showing you how much bread he got and flashing his bust down, rolling. He's not about that. Giannis seems to be a guy that's more about the substance. And whoever felt like he was taking a shot at them, then that means he was talking to you because there must be some truth to it. But the whole thing of, oh, it's because he's not an American, you sound stupid. Because you can literally pull up audio of Kobe Bryant saying the exact same thing. So he is an American. So what's your point? Oh, let me guess. Now the immigration officers in the chat are going to be like, well, Kobe didn't grow up in America, so therefore y'all are clowns. Y'all are straight up and down clowns, man. Y'all are now clowns. Y'all are making this thing about whether or not he's... And first of all, why are you discussing this in sports? What's wrong with you dudes? Why are you bringing this type of energy into sports about drawing lines and siphoning off people? These guys are over. Y'all are clowns. Straight up and down clowns. Total clowns. Trying to make it about something else. About nationalism and who's from here and who's from there. Y'all are bozos. All of you guys doing that. All of you guys doing that are bozos. The fact of the matter is I've heard guys talking about, well, Giannis used to train with this person. He's training with his brother. So help me figure it out. If Giannis needs to train with these dudes, why can't these dudes stop him? Do you realize Giannis is better than all of those dudes that train with each other? Do you realize this? Kawhi Leonard, you think Kawhi Leonard be training with all of these NBA players? Once in a while he does it. Kawhi Leonard usually trains with his teammates. Yeah, if he's somewhere and they're there, yeah, I'm going to play with you. I'm not going to walk out the arena. But Kawhi Leonard moves dolo. Nikola Jokic probably moves dolo if he trained in his country by himself. Giannis moved dolo. Kobe moved dolo. Like, come on, like, cut it out. So the only dudes that are going to feel a type of way about it are the dudes that are like part of those high school cliques, which I can't stand. Which I cannot stand. These dudes cannot stand on their own too. They always got to be around somebody to feel like they somebody. I hate dudes like that. I hate them. Because they never have any power. They're only powerful when they're around people. When they're by themselves, they're usually cornballs. Usually, they don't know how to act, they don't know how to talk. They be all looking funny style. Like, yo, I hate dudes like this. I know them. I went to school with them. Like, so to me, I think Giannis is telling it like it is. And if you bother, that means he's talking to you. But cut it out with the stupid nonsense of, oh, he's not American and I'm American. And what, you don't know Giannis. You don't know these people you're talking about. Stop with because y'all are now opening the door to get into some type of bigotry stuff. I cut it out with it. Y'all are weird with this now. Stop it with that. Y'all are taking it to a whole different direction, and y'all looking like bozos doing it. So these are my thoughts. Whoever's offended, it is what it is, but I'm going to just call it out because I notice a lot of these guys trying to take it in that direction. Like, cut it out. Enough is enough with it. Enough is enough. Just hold up your hand and say, listen, I hate people from other countries, and we'll know who you are. Put it on your picture so we know who you are. Like, stop with it. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.